Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you about the drag and drop events which are available inside native JavaScript. So with the help of that concept, we will be able to make this awesome little application which you will be able to drag and drop your images inside multiple divs out there. You can see we can drag and drop this image in multiple divs out there. So this is a drag and drop kind of application which is built entirely in native JavaScript. So for this application we are not using any sort of third-party library such as jQuery. It is entirely built in native JavaScript. So for this, in the background it is using the native events out there. If I show you the let's suppose if I go to the console here, so you will see all these events are being triggered automatically whenever you are dragging your element here. You will see that drag start has been triggered, drag enter has been triggered, drag over, drag leave. If I drop this, now you will see drop event has been triggered, drag end has been triggered. So these are all the drag and drop events which are available inside JavaScript. With the help of these events, we are able to manipulate the DOM in this manner. So basically if I show you the DOM here, this is the DOM here. So basically it is changing dynamically. You will see all these CSS classes are being dynamically changed here to different elements. So you can see firstly it is available, you can see these two classes which is white box and dashed. If I change to the second element, it will be coming to the second div here. So automatically whenever I drag and drop, these CSS classes are changed automatically by the JavaScript code. So this is the drag and drop functionality, guys, we will be able to make in this video. So let's start building this application from scratch. For building this, I have told you we will be using the drag and drop events. So if you just type this on Google, you will be able to see the drag and drop API which supports many events out there. So we will be able to make this from scratch. So for this tutorial, guys, I have written a complete blog post on my tutorial website codingsiksha.com. So if you want to get all the source code, you can go to the description of this video to get all the source code. So this is a source code, you can see that index.html file. So I will highly suggest you go to the description of this video. Here you will find out the link of the blog post. So let's start building the application from scratch. So please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So first of all, I will delete all this code, guys. So just make a index.html file inside your text editor. So you can use any text editor of your choice. So right here, we will change the title, that is drag and drop elements in JavaScript. So inside the body, guys, we will have 4 div elements. So each having the class of white box. So we will have 4 div elements which will have this class. We will make this class which is the CSS class. This is a custom class, we will make it. So right here like this. So inside this first div, guys, this will be selected by default. So now this will have another class which will be image. So inside this div, guys, we will place the image. So we will put this draggable attribute, we will give this draggable attribute to true. So basically this means that this element can be moved, it can be dragged. So if I show you, nothing will be displayed here because we haven't put the width and the height of the divs. So for this we need to write some style sheet CSS code. So we will write some very basic CSS, it is not entirely complicated. Background color of body we will change to dark slate blue, and then we will style this class, guys, which we have given, which is white box class. So we have given this class here to each of the div elements. So we will style this class here. First of all, we will change the display property to inline block. Then we will give it a fixed height of 155 pixel and width of also 155 pixel, and we will give it a margin of 10 pixel, and background color we will change to white, and we will give it a border of 3 pixel black color, and it will be solid. So now if you write these, you will now see the background color is changed of the body, and now basically this is draggable. So basically if I drag here and check the console here, nothing is happening here because we haven't written the JavaScript for this purpose. So now to attach all these events, guys, we need to write the JavaScript part here. We can dynamically do this process. And for the image, guys, we can also style the image as well. So inside image box, we can style this. So basically we can take any image of your choice. So background image. So I will take my own image, which is available on freemediatools.com. So you can take any image, any local image you can also take. You need to provide the path. So simply copy image address, simply paste it. So this is my image. So background size, this is a property I need to write. Sorry, let me put a semicolon. Background size, so this needs to be cover. So basically if you do it like this, nothing is there. So we need to provide a fixed width to it. First of all, we will change the position to relative. We will give it a top 7 pixel, left to 5 pixel. We will give it a fixed height of 145 pixel and a width of 145 pixel. Cursor will change to pointer. So basically this is a CSS style for this class, guys. If I refresh it now, my image is there. So you can see it is not draggable. So we need to write this code to make it draggable. So first of all, guys, inside our we will first of all get the reference to the image box class. So we can use the document.querySelector method, and here we can target it by the class which we have provided. So we have provided image box. Similarly, we can get the class of white boxes. So we can get elements by class name. So there are multiple elements here. You can see 4 divs are present, each having the same class, which is white box. So in this way we can use this method, which is get elements by class name. So the class name will be common, which is white box. So basically this will be a array which will contain 4 div elements. So what we can do is that first of all we can attach image box, add event listener. So in this way you can attach the events, guys, dynamically inside JavaScript. So the name of the event will be drag start. So this is the drag and drop event, guys. So the second parameter is the event object. So here we can console log that drag start has been triggered, like this, just for the user to see. And basically if I see here, you can just cross check. You can see that drag start has been triggered. So whenever you drag it, automatically this event will trigger. If I refresh it, you can see that drag start has been triggered. Similarly, we have a second event also, which is when the drag event is over. So this is a second event, which is drag end. So this is just the opposite of this. So whenever the drag process is over, automatically this event will fire. So here you can just write drag end has been triggered. So now, guys, if you see here, if you now see, drag end has been triggered. So whenever your drag and drop is complete, then this event will be automatically fire. So in between these, guys, we also have some events which we need to trigger. So right here, as you know that white boxes are multiple here. So 4 white boxes, 4 divs are there. So for this we can use a simple for loop. So we can say for white box of white boxes, and here inside this for loop we can attach the event listener. So this will be drag over. So whenever you are dragging over the element, this event will fire. So here we can first of all put e.prevent default to prevent the auto default behavior, and then we can console log that drag over has been triggered. So these are all the events, guys. Don't get confused. This is all part of the drag and drop API. So first, whenever your drag is started, this is when your drag is ended. So now in between this, whenever you are dragging the element, this event will fire. The second event, guys, which is there, which is again, we will attach this add event listener. So this event is called as drag enter. So basically by the name itself, so whenever you are entering the element where you will be dropping your image, this will be fired. So we can simply console log. So let me just first of all write these messages and show to you in the browser how it is taking place. And next we have another event, which is the third event, which is drag leave. So basically this is the complete opposite of this. So basically whenever you are leaving the element from which you started, this event will fire automatically. So we will say drag leave has been triggered. And lastly, guys, whenever you successfully drop the element, then what event will fire? This is the dropped event. Drop. That's it. So whenever you successfully drop the element, so here we can console log drop has been triggered. So this will happen, guys, in the symmetric order that we have written here. First, this event will fire, drag start, then this drag over will fire, then drag enter will fire, then drag leave will fire, and then drop will be fired, and lastly drag end will be fired. Let me just execute it and let me show you how these events take place. So first of all, you can see drag start has been triggered, and then whenever you enter the element, you can see drag end has been triggered. You can see I think it doesn't image box fight boxes. Let me see, guys, what is the problem here. Drag over. Let me copy paste this code here. So if you see here, this is the event I'm talking about. For I think I have written something wrong here, that's why it is not. Let me write it once again. This is a for loop. So basically let me delete this code here. Simply so if I see the console, guys, so firstly drag start has been started, drag end has been triggered. So you can see that it is not triggering these events because we haven't attached the classes. So now we need to attach the class here. First of all, what we need to do is that whenever it is dropped here, we need to attach the element e.target.append image box. That's it. So what it will do is that it will attach the image inside this. Let me see, guys, why it is not executing this. Let me write the script section once again. So now you can see that it was just a problem of writing the code here, guys. So that was the problem. And now you can see that if I clear out the console. So first of all, as I drag this element, drag start will be triggered, and then drag enter will be triggered, drag over will be triggered, and whenever you leave this element, then drag leave will be triggered. You can see drag enter once again. So whenever you drop this, drop event will be triggered, and lastly this element will be triggered, which is drag end. So this goes serial wise. Firstly, this event will trigger. After that, this. Lastly, this event will trigger. So inside this drop event, we need to place this image. So we can say e.target.append, and then we need to append the image, which is image box. So this is a reference here. We are targeting it by the class name which we've given. So if I place this, now this image will be placed here inside. I can place it in any div here like this. So this is the drag and drop functionality, which is almost complete. Now we need to attach the CSS classes automatically. So we can just style it. So basically this is the basic functionality of drag and drop, which you see inside every application. It is in the background, it is using the drag and drop API, which supports various events, which is drag over, drag enter, drag leave, drop. So inside our CSS, we can just make these classes, which is quite easy. Firstly, we will make this hold class, which will be, we can change the border, which is solid red 4 pixel. Then we will have the dashed border class, which will be, background color will be this color, grayish color, 214, 206, 206. And border style will be dashed. And then we will have one other class to hide the element, which is hide, display to none. So now we need to attach all these three classes dynamically, so depending upon which event is triggered. So firstly, we will target whenever the drag start has been started. So here we will add this class to the element, which is where we are placing the elements. So here we will be holding it. We will have a set timeout. So the delay will be 0 second, and here we will be inside this, we will attach e.target name class name, and basically we will hide the element. So basically what it will do is that if I show you, you will now see. So basically it is attaching this border class, which is having this solid red color 4 pixel. As you see, if I reload this, as I start this dragging process, you will see this border will be placed around this image, and after that this will be completely gone because of this second class that we have attached, which is hide. So this is over. After this, we need to place this class whenever the dragging process is over. So we need to e.target.class name. So we need to attach this image box class to the element where we are placing the image. So what it will do is that you can see it will attach this class. We also need to do the same thing, e.target.class name. So whenever we are leaving this element, whenever we are entering it, we need to attach this class, which is plus is equal to this class, which is dashed. So basically what it will do is that, as you see, you can see that if you just enter inside this element, this grayish color will be attached. So now the thing is that you need to remove this class from the element where you are leaving it. So we need to change it to white once you are leaving it to different element. At one time we only need to have one element having this dashed border and gray color. Rest of them we need to change to white color. So for this we need to, inside our drag leaf, we need to attach this class, which is e.target.class name. Again we need to change to white box class. That's it. So now it will change it. You will see that now our application is complete. You can see that this is a drag and drop functionality, and we built it using pure JavaScript. We haven't used any third-party library. It is purely built using drag and drop events. We discussed all these events in pure detail. If you want to get the source code, you can go to the description of this video to copy paste all the source code. Please comment on this video how you like my teaching style, and I will be seeing you in the next stream.